Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. We had another crazy weekend of sale. We sold 54 items over the weekend, and so I spent all day yesterday packing and packing and packing. So what you are gonna see in this video and the next one are all of our weekend orders being packed yesterday. We are gonna kick this packing palooza off with a viewer sale. And this person actually bought 3 items from us. So they got one of our Hey I Had That Too stickers. She also picked up a bag of these 4 McDonald's Cabbage Patch figures. I'm gonna set them down here and go grab her last item. And this order is going to Miss Debbie, who has bought from us many times. We always appreciate you guys when you buy stuff and when you come back. That's absolutely wonderful, not expected. She also got this cute little cat and mouse Hallmark plaque from 1980. I have a total of about $2 into the Cabbage Patch dolls and the Hallmark plaque, and she paid a total of $24.85. Thank you, Miss Debbie. We always appreciate you coming to our store. Our next item going out is something I found in a thrift store, and I found it just like this whole bag of Harry Potter figures, and they look like little Funko people. So I did some investigating after I paid $2.99 for the whole bag, and it turns out they're like a Kinder Joy Funko figure. Paid $2.99, sold for $30 on offer. I figure with that many little figures I couldn't lose, but I didn't research them until I left. Now we have this adorable Call Your Mother She Worries cross stitch going out. I paid $1, it sold for $18.66, and it reminds me of whenever we go out of town, my mom always wants me to call, so I think it's a sweet little thing. Now we have a giant item going out. Be warned, there's a lot of big items in these 2 videos. This is a Barbie doll case. I definitely had one of these when I was a kid, and we picked this up at an estate sale on the 75% off day. It was originally marked $8, and so we got the whole thing for $2. It had 1 Barbie inside, although she's a little topless, a little scandalous, but she's got that button on the back. Not quite sure what that does. And then a bunch of accessories and clothes for her and what looks to be a Ken doll. Just bundled it all up together, and it finally sold on discount for $22.02. All right, now we have a hat going out, and you guys might remember the video where I was shopping around in a Goodwill and found this hat, and I couldn't tell if it was like vintage or made to look vintage, but I did find out this is the B for the Brooklyn Bushwicks, which I think maybe was a minor league team, like in the earlier part of the 20th century. It's probably a repop hat. I paid $1.99. It sold for $26.75, so very happy with that pickup and sale. Now we have a book going out, and it is from that recent estate sale where we picked up a bunch of horror and true crime books. This is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. It's a paperback book from 1991, but I think the story was actually written much earlier in like the 60s or 70s. We paid 50 cents. It sold for $9.95. Now, when I'm out sourcing, one of the things I always keep my eyes peeled for are Pier 1 import items, because the company is now out of business, and there are people who were very loyal, devout customers to that brand. So we found this light up wine bottle stopper for $1, and it sold for $12.71. It came from an estate sale. Now we have some Anna Lee dolls going out. One person purchased 6 different items. So we have that little Easter springtime elf. We're going to try to pull all these as quickly and efficiently as possible. We have this cute little purple witch with little stars on her dress. I think she's absolutely adorable. They kind of ran through all the holidays that we have so far. I got a nice little collection of the different elves. This is actually 2 dolls that I just put together because they're 2 little pilgrims, like a boy and a girl. And this person is a return customer. I've been putting little notes in the Anna Lee purchases saying, hey, we will be listing more. Please check back to our store. And I think it might be helping. Now we have a little Dracula and then a trick-or-treating pumpkin guy. My descriptions in the actual item listings were much better than how I'm describing them now. And I think we're looking for 1 or 2 more. I've lost count at this point. This person bought so many. I think this is the last one. This is a little elf, I like the stripes, and he's sitting on a pumpkin. So you got the little pumpkin elf, and then another pumpkin elf. This cute little vampire, very festive looking. I like his hair. I like that he's got that kind of black hair going on. And then the pilgrims, and then this fancy little lady right here, and then this fancy witch here. Altogether, I paid $7 for them. They sold for $97.95. Now we have another book going out. This is the book. Going down to the bottom row here, and this is where I keep all of my Bibles. And I gotta make sure I'm grabbing the correct one. The one we're looking for has a snap on the front, and there it is. So this is definitely a vintage, travel, take along with you Bible. And it is a red letter version. It's got the snap closure. It does have some writing and some like little notes inside about verses. And it's that really thin paper, like almost tissue paper like. I like those Bibles. They have a very cool feel to them. I paid $0.25 at the bins. It sold for $9.07. And we have another true crime novel from that same estate sale going out now. This is going to be Celebrity Murders, and it is from 1990. It's no surprise to me that the horror and true crime type books are so popular because I know the shows and the podcasts are. So we paid 50 cents for it. It sold for $7.61. Now I think this item's funny. This is something that we picked up at an estate sale in one of our like fill a bag type deals. We only paid $0.25 for it. It's vintage Sears guitar picks. And I had a guy send me a message about how, oh, if it had all 4 picks, it'd be worth $60, but I wouldn't pay more than $3 for it. And like 2 days later, it sold for $10, which is pretty close to what I was asking to somebody else. So, just take those messages in stride. Sometimes people are just trying to educate you. Sometimes people are trying to lowball you, but you know what? They're interacting with your item, and those messages might lead to you being bumped in the algorithm and selling it to someone else. So don't stress about the weird messages, lowball offers, or naysayers. You just keep on doing you. Now we have 2 Pez dispensers going out. This person bought Wally, the Boston Red Sox mascot, and then a St. Louis Cardinals hat. They sold for $12.90 combined. Now we have a patch going out, and this was very interesting. I got this with a bunch of other patches at an estate sale, and I only paid $0.25 for it. I didn't know what it was when I found it, but I liked the way it looked, so I did some research, and it turns out this is a swim team at a YMCA in Seattle. And what's amazing is it sold for $8, and it's going back to that YMCA, which is all I could have hoped for. I even thought about emailing them my listing, but I didn't. I just let it be, and it still ended up there, which I think is very cool that it's going home. Now we have some Christmas ornaments going out, and these are the satin-covered ball ornaments. There are 24 in this bag, and the person who bought them sent me a message wanting to know if they were plastic or styrofoam on the inside, which is a new old stock package. I can't tell. I don't know what they are. But she wants to decorate them using pins and sequins and stuff, and it says right there, you can decorate them with pins and sequins and such. So she ended up buying them. I took an offer from her. I only paid $1 for them at an estate sale. She offered $17 and I accepted. Now this next item I am going to completely butcher trying to say it. It is a little resin animal trinket, and apparently this is called a Natsuki dog? Some kind of mythological, cultural item. It sold for $8.46. We got it for $0.25 at an estate sale. Now we're going to move the glasses out of the way here so I can get to something in the back. And it is an item we've had in our store for quite some time. We grabbed this plaid spring Better Homes and Gardens tablecloth about a year ago for $1 at a yard sale, and it finally sold for $21.95, which is even more than it originally sold for at Bed Bath & Beyond. Love that. Bed Bath & Beyond, another company that's out of business, or at least around here. I don't know if they did nationally. Now we have this vintage red cigarette wallet case thing going out. It's got the little kiss lock on the top, which is very secure, so I had to stop filming for a second to show you. And it's made in macaw, which I think was kind of neat. So we picked this up for 50 cents at an estate sale. It sold for $9.95. And this is going to be our last item for this video, but definitely not our last item sold for the weekend. We are looking for an American flag belt buckle, and of course it's the very last one in the very back. Gotta dig through them all to find that one. This is a solid brass belt buckle, and it says freedom on it. Perfect for America's 250th birthday. We paid $1. It sold for $14.95. So this is everything we've pulled so far. Quite a few things going out, but we haven't even gotten started. So stay tuned for the next video to see what else sold.